I remember feeling like, the admissions team here at Touro had handpicked the people who would be my best friends.
Welcome to the latest edition of The Current, the Touro University, California alumni podcast. Our guest today is Dr. Tami Hendriksz. She's a 2006 graduate of the College of Osteopathic Medicine, the current dean of the college, and the Interim Chief Academic Officer for the university. Thanks for joining us today, Dr. Hendriksz.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Oh, this is great to have you. I know you're busy. Let's get started. A lot of people know you. A lot of people may not know you. So tell us a little bit about your journey from student here at Touro to now Interim Chief Academic Officer for the entire university.
Yes, absolutely. I'm a little uncertain actually of where to begin. I guess by the time I was a student here, so Touro University, California College of Osteopathic Medicine was my number one choice of medical school. I applied exclusively to osteopathic medical schools, and I can talk about that separately as to why that was. But Touro was definitely my number one choice. At the time, it was Touro's only medical school out here on the West Coast. And luckily I got in. I loved my time here as a student. I was able to spend a lot of time volunteering in the community, helping to set up a number of things that we continue to have now. I got involved in student government, and really felt connected to all of the other students here at Touro. I remember feeling like, the admissions team here at Touro had handpicked the people who would be my best friends. I had never had that experience of having so many individuals in my class that I had so much in common with. I went to UCLA for undergrad, a very large undergraduate institution, and Touro was very different in many positive ways, which was great. As I went into my residency application process, I ultimately chose Children's Hospital Los Angeles as my number one choice for residency. I was fortunate enough to get in there. I was able to do an audition rotation there during my fourth year, which I think is what helped me to secure that position for my residency. And I, was able to go into a residency program that had all of my peers there were from amazing medical schools like Harvard and UC San Diego. And I remember feeling somewhat intimidated at first and then realizing that I was just as well prepared and well trained as everybody else there, which was great. And so I definitely had a lot of gratitude for Touro and all that it provided me. I had planned to do a critical care fellowship, but I wanted to take a year off from training. So at that point, I had done the 4 years of medical school, the 3 years of residency, wanted to take a 1 year break, maybe have a child, have my first baby, and make a little bit of money, and then apply for fellowship. And in that time, I ended up joining Touro as a faculty member for what I thought was just going to be a very temporary, brief amount of time. And I did end up getting pregnant. So I did end up having my first child and found out how much I loved academic medicine and how much reward I got from teaching future physicians. And so here we are now, almost 15 years later. I am still at Touro. I never went on to apply for fellowship. Have had two children, both of whom I've carried with me as I've lectured, as in the little papooses as babies, and they've come and helped out in our physical diagnosis labs. So I feel like they've kind of grown up along with my time here. I initially started as an assistant professor. I have moved through a number of positions since I've been here, from vice chair of the primary care department, assistant dean of clinical integration, associate dean of clinical education, associate dean of academic affairs, and then dean of the medical school, and then most recently stepping into the role of the interim chief academic officer of the university. So really proud to be back at Touro, helping to shepherd the next round of students that we have here. Very proud of our school.
That's great. Thanks for sharing with us the information about your family, because that leads right into where I wanted to go next. The American Medical Association designates September each year as Women in Medicine Month. So, what advice would you give to women looking toward a career in medicine?
Yeah, that's a great question. Medicine is a fantastically rewarding field. It's also a very challenging field, especially for those of us, regardless of your gender, who want to have a family and want to be able to, spend time with our family and be able to advance in our careers. Medicine can definitely be very draining emotionally and physically. And so having that energy at the end of the day to be able to give to your family is really important. I think my biggest piece of advice, and it's not something that I was awarded really until later on in residency, but it's to find other female mentors, to find women who can serve as your mentors or your sponsors, to help bounce ideas off of, get advice from, help to find out what the next opportunities might be. I think that's something that is very, very valuable and can be very helpful.
Great. So, I know one of the things that we're trying to do here is ramp up mentorship opportunities. Can you talk to us a little bit about the importance of mentorships for medical students?
Yeah, absolutely. For a lot of us, especially in osteopathic medicine, but a lot of us across the board, we are first generation physicians. And so we don't have anybody in our family who has been through this journey before. I know, going into medicine, it's definitely learning a new language, but even all of the steps, I think my parents would still have a difficult time explaining to someone the difference between an internship, a residency, and a fellowship. And so having somebody who you can talk to who has already been through all of that, who has navigated the oftentimes confusing waters of financial aid and paying back student loans, applying for residency, all of the varied steps, studying for the boards, succeeding on the boards. It can be invaluable to have a good, strong mentor who knows what you're going through, and is able to help guide you.
So, I'm certain that you've served as a mentor before for students. What does the mentor get out of being a mentor? Why is it
Yeah,
beneficial for the mentor?
yeah. Anytime, and I think this is speaking specifically to people who are in helping fields. It is so incredibly rewarding to be able to help others. That energy that you feel when you can recognize the good that you're putting out in the world, it's huge. There's nothing like it. I think it's similar to me to helping patients. It's working with our students and being able to help them. It's There's a huge positive benefit for it, just in terms of feeling like your life has meaning and a general satisfaction with what you're doing in the world.
Great. I'm going to bring it back to campus now. This summer, Touro University, California launched its Beautiful You program. Why don't you tell us about how that came about and what the hope is for Beautiful You?
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful You is a bit of a brainchild of mine. My favorite part of Toro, California are the people, hands down. Our students are like no other. Our faculty, staff, employees, it's incredible. And I hear that repeatedly from people, after they've spent time here at Toro, either as an employee or as a student, and then they go to other places and they realize, wow, there was something so special about what we had at Touro, the type of community that we built at Touro. And as I've, spent time on our campus, I realized there's so much beauty in the humanity that's on our campus. And I would love to see some of that beauty reflected in the surroundings of our campus. We're lucky enough to be located on an island in the Bay Area. It's pretty magical. I can see the bay from my office window, which is incredible. And we're on an old naval base, which is rich with so much history. Anybody who's come to our campus has has surely seen that some of our buildings, partly because of that history, are pretty run down. And so my vision for Beautiful You is to highlight the beautiful humanity and the beautiful individuals that we have here, the diversity that we have here within our community, and also to elevate the campus, to do campus beautification, so that we can, we're talking to people about bringing in certain plants that attract monarch butterflies, and reinvigorating a lot of our we're on 44 acres. We've got big patches of grass, and thinking about ways in which we can turn that more into sustainable native flowers and plants. Developing a food garden that maybe we could utilize at our student-run free clinic and other places within the community. I think there's a number of ways we could focus on campus beautification and continue to highlight everything that's beautiful about our campus community.
It sounds like it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to watching it unfold. Um, your College of Osteopathic Medicine recently earned reaccreditation, right? And you also got approval to expand the program. What does that mean for the college and for the university as a whole?
Yeah, we did. We received 10-year accreditation, which is fantastic and really a testament to all that we've done. Our school started in 1997, and so we have been around for 26 years now and really built a strong foundation of who we are. So with this 10-year accreditation status, that really puts us into a league of a number of other osteopathic medical schools who have demonstrated really positive, strong outcomes repeatedly and consistently. We have also received approval for a class size increase, which means we get to increase the number of future physicians that we're graduating each year. So right now we have 135 students in each class. That's the number of students we've had in each class since we opened our doors in 97. And for the first time ever, we'll be increasing that up to 189. So starting in the fall of 2025, which helps to address the severe physician shortages. We've been in the U.S. News and World Reports for the last 12 years in a row as one of the top medical schools whose graduates go into primary care fields. And we know that those fields are so desperate for more physicians, especially in the state of California. The majority of our applicants come from California. The majority of our matriculants come from California. And now the majority of our graduates train in California. So they do their residency in California and end up staying in California. And so we know that we're able to do good and really address the needs that are right here in our backyard.
So I know there's a multi-million-dollar project going on to renovate Truett Hall. And I know it wasn't initially part of the Beautiful You program, but as it unfolds, the building's really looking nice, and the landscaping around it and everything. It's my understanding that Truett Hall is going to be used in part for this expanded College of Osteopathic Medicine program. Tell us a little bit about what's going on at Truett Hall.
Yeah, we are very excited about renovating another one of the buildings on our campus. And you're right, it does just build in beautifully to the Beautiful You. With the Truett Hall build out, there are 3 floors in this beautiful building, and it's going to allow us to bring our student services right to the heart of our campus. So our students will be able to connect with our counselors and our learning specialists, our bursar, our registrar, everything within our student affairs. Our admissions team will be right here at the heart of campus too, which will be wonderful as we're bringing applicants in to see our school. And then so that's on the first floor will be all of our student affairs team. We'll also have a wonderful student lounge and student space there. And then on the second floor, we are able to put in some upgraded state-of-the-art classrooms for our larger College of Osteopathic Medicine class size. So we'll have a large OMM lab, so a lab where our students get to learn their hands-on osteopathic manipulative medicine techniques. We'll have a really large ultrasound suite, and then a large physical diagnosis lab. And then up on the third floor, we'll have a testing center and have a large TBL, team-based learning space. So we're really excited about all of that. It's been wonderful to work on that and to be able to speak with experts and find out what type of technology we can, really utilize and put into these spaces.
Great. Sounds wonderful. Um, so OMED is coming up, the OMED conference, first part of October. Um, I know that the College of Osteopathic Medicine here is a regular participant in OMED, as are all of the colleges of osteopathic medicine within the Touro University system. Why don't you tell our listeners what OMED is and why it's so important that Touro takes part?
Yeah, absolutely. So OMED is the annual conference that's put on by the American Osteopathic Association. So it is the national organization of our profession, of the osteopathic profession. They have a number of different learning sessions to choose from, in a variety of different specialties. They're great. OMED is a great place to be able to reconnect with your colleagues, to make connections with new individuals. For our students, great places for them to be able to network, to find some of that mentorship, to get exposure to different fields of medicine. We host alumni events every year at OMED, so it's a wonderful way for us to be able to do another connection and touch point with all of our fabulous alumni as well.
The College of Osteopathic Medicine here at Touro, University of California, also has the MSMHS program. Um, Tell us about that program.
Yeah, so within our College of Osteopathic Medicine, we have our osteopathic medicine degree, so our DO degree, that's the 4-year medical degree. And then we also have a 1-year post-bachelorette program that allows individuals to better prepare for further education and studies. Typically, we attract people who want to go into health degrees, so whether they want to go to medical school or PA school or nursing school or a variety of other things. We do get some people who would just want to go into research or, utilize the training that they get in our master's program to move on to other careers. But it's a master's of medical health sciences, really focused on the foundational biomedical sciences that is typical for the first year of any of those graduate level healthcare training programs. And you get to do it in 1 year. Ours is pretty unique in that we offer it either online or in person. And there's a large research component, especially in the second semester. So the students who participate in our master's program get, all of that extra basic science, information that they need, and also personalized mentorship and coaching, and then more experience in research, which can be really helpful for them in their future careers.
Great. And don't a number of the graduates end up applying for the DO program here?
Yes, absolutely. It is definitely a great way for us to be able to get to know a large group of people who are interested in joining our school. And so we do end up having a number of our graduates from our master's program come into either our College of Osteopathic Medicine program or our pharmacy program, our PA programs. They can go into really any of them, but most of them come into our COM program.
Well, you just provided a natural segue into our final question. I know you're a booster for the entirety of Touro University, California. We've talked about the College of Osteopathic Medicine and the MSMHS program. How about an overview of the other programs here?
Yeah, so we have 3 colleges on our campus. We have the College of Osteopathic Medicine, which is where I'm the dean. And as I just described, we have those 2 degree programs here, our DO degree and our Master's of Medical Health Science. We also have our College of Pharmacy, which offers our PharmD degree. So a 3-year pharmacy degree, a doctorate of pharmacy degree. And then we have our College of Education and Health Sciences. And there are a number of different programs within that college. We have our Graduate School of Education, that offers an Ed.D. in leading innovative and diverse organizations, our master's in equity, diversity, and inclusive education, our master's in educational leadership, our master's in innovative learning. That's one that my husband actually just completed a couple of years ago. And then a number of different credentialing programs, community equity micro-credential, and educational digital badges. Our Graduate School of Education is really able to help provide, especially local teachers, but teachers with the extra resources and training that they need to be able to be successful. We've seen, especially in this pandemic, post-pandemic world, how much of a strain our teachers have been feeling. And so we feel so fortunate to be able to really offer these extra educational resources for those teachers. In our College of Education and Health Sciences, we also have our School of Nursing. Our School of Nursing offers a Master's of Science in Nursing. So you can either do an 18-month program from ADN to that Master's, or a 12-month program from a BSN to an MSN. And then we also have our Postmaster's Family Nurse Practitioner Certificate. And then also within our College of Education and Health Sciences is our Physician Assistance Program. So we have actually two. One is our newest, our PA program that's down in Los Angeles, and that's a freestanding PA program. And then up here, which is our original PA program, it's actually a joint degree. So you earn both your PA degree, your physician assistant degree, as well as your MPH at the same time. That MPH is done with our School of Public Health, which offers a freestanding MPH degree and also offers a dual degree opportunities for our students across our other programs. So we have a wide variety of programs. Like I said, just a beautiful, diverse array of individuals here on our campus. Having all of those programs here on our campus allows our students to have those interprofessional activities and opportunities to be able to connect with others who are in other learning fields.
So we actually have a couple of minutes left. I'm gonna throw one more question your way. We just had the annual Mosaic Gala out on the lawn outside Farragut. Wonderful event, very successful as I understand it. Can you share with our listeners a little bit about the Mosaic Gala, the scholarships that are supported by the gala, and it's an opportunity to also to give a shout out to the sponsors as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have been doing our annual diversity scholarship fundraiser, our Mosaic Gala, for a number of years now. It is a wonderful event. The last couple years we've been hosting it outside. Thanks to the pandemic, we moved it outside a couple of years ago, and it was so successful. We've just kept it outside. We prop up a large tent and host all of our sponsors to come onto our beautiful campus. Has one of the location of where it's held, I think, has one of the best views on our campus. And we provide our fabulous, food from our dining and catering services, and then have a very large donations that are done primarily through our auctions, and people can donate. You can still donate now, actually, if people are interested. Our diversity scholarships are split across all of our different programs. So all of our programs have the opportunity to provide those scholarships for diverse students, and they help our students so much. It's pretty incredible. So some of our biggest funders for the gala include the Kaiser Permanente Foundation. They do a special $10,000 scholarship to one student each year, in the name of Bernard Tyson, their former CEO, which is a really special award where we feel very privileged to be able to offer that to one of our students. A number of our local community partners, which we're just so grateful for.
Wonderful. Dean Hendriksz, I know you're exceedingly busy. I want to thank you for taking the time to join the podcast and share your thoughts with our listeners. And I want to thank our listeners as well. Until next time, take care.
Thank you so very much.